Has this ever happened to you? Some random guy on ranked ladder is just spamming jab over and over, and when you try to jab back, you just keep getting hit. Are you tired of trying to hit a Kazuya after his forward 4 just to get launched from a counter hit? Do you keep dying for using Lily's Matterhorn on block? Well, we have the answer for you. Introducing Frame Data. Just slap some knowledge into your brain and you will go up 4 ranks guaranteed. Frame Data eliminates the need to just mash your controller. Frame Data is a unique, new product perfect for your everyday lifestyle. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LAUNCH-PUNISH now, and you can receive Frame Data for just 3 easy payments of $99.99 to my personal Venmo. Call now! Hey, what's up guys? Lost in Oblivion here. This guide will help you learn why these situations happen and how you can start using Frame Data to your advantage. As a starting spot, Tekken runs at a smooth, nice and crispy 60 FPS, which is first-person shooters, frames per second. Moves take a certain number of frames to be able to hit your opponent. This is also known as startup frames. The fastest move available to every character is the standing jab, which comes out in 10 frames. So doing some quick math, game runs at 60 FPS, jab comes out in 10, that's 10 over 60, reduces to 1/6. So that means that jab comes out in 1/6 of a second. If you get hit during these startup frames, this is what's known as a counter hit. Many moves that have counter hit properties usually do not launch on normal hit, which means that if you get launched by one of these, you are pressing buttons trying to attack. Just remember, you can never be counter hit launched if you don't press buttons. Another important number to be aware of is the advantage/disadvantage on hit and block. If a move is -1 on block and you both press jab afterwards, the person who blocked the move will win. If a move is +1 on block and you both press jab afterwards, whoever used the move to attack will win, and so on. Once a move becomes -10 or more, it's considered punishable. This is because you were able to be attacked by a jab, which is 10 frames to startup, during your recovery of your previous attack, so you're not able to block it. As a general rule of thumb, -15 or more is considered launch punishable, although some characters do break this rule. For example, Brian and Lars can launch punish attacks that are -14 on block, and a Kazuya on drugs with perfect execution can launch attacks that are -13. For the most part, you won't be getting launched for doing an attack that's only -10. Except Akuma! He can launch punish -10 and get a full combo! Yay! Anyway, the rules change a bit when it comes to blocking lows. Characters like Kazuya, Josie, and Eddie can launch for -13 from a crouching position. And of course, Akuma can as well. Why wouldn't he be able to? These 13-frame launchers from a crouching position make moves like Brian's hatchet kick and Kazuya's down forward 1-2, that leaves you in a crouching position, more dangerous to use against these characters, because you can get launched if the move is blocked. This makes low parry a great option for lows that are -13 or less, as that's the only way to get a launch punish for most characters. There are low attacks that exist, like Kazuya's Hell Sweep and Brian's Snake Edge, that staggers them when they are blocked. This leaves you with enough time to go to Starbucks and get a quad long shot and a venti cup, half calf, double cup, no sleeve, salted caramel mocha latte with 2 pumps of vanilla substitute, 2 pumps of white chocolate mocha, substitute 2 pumps of hazelnut for toffee nut, half whole milk with no whipped cream, extra hot, extra foam, extra caramel drizzle, extra salt, add a scoop of vanilla bean powder with light ice well stirred, and still make it back in time to punish it. There's a terrific website called RB Norway that has frame data for every character. Link below. This way you don't have to buy the DLC for $2.99. $2.99, that's like 3 iTunes songs right there. I could buy a Maybelline Dr. Rescue Baby Coral Crave for the same price. Who in their right mind would even consider buying this? Listen, it came with the Season 3 pass. Another important aspect about attacks is how many frames the attack can actually connect with the opponent. This is known as active frames, and thankfully, frame data can help our understanding of this as well. A good example of this is Akuma's Fireball. Just like the regular Fireball. Akuma's Fireball is always active, so depending on how far it travels, its frame data can vary wildly. Up close, it's -6 on hit, which is called the shallow hit, but from full screen, we can see that it's +34, which is called the deep hit, just like Sidestep it or something. Using an example from an actual Tekken character, Armor King's Crouch Dash 1 is active from frame 18 to frame 22. This means that it's active for about 5 frames. On shallow hit, connecting close to frame 18, it's plus 6 on block. But on deep hit, connecting close to frame 22, it can be up to plus 10. This is also important because he can only combo from the deep hit, as he doesn't have enough frames to combo on shallow hit. Man, if only Armor King was good in this game. Knowing not only your own frame data, but also knowing your opponent's frame data can be very beneficial when it comes to calculating risk versus reward. Negan's Power Crush that launches is minus 15 on block, so he either launches you or you can launch him, right? Well, not always. Bob and Steve are two characters that do not have a 15 frame launcher, so you'll need some kind of punish, but it won't be as much damage as you can deal if you hit them. So next time you're being endlessly jabbed, realize that a single jab is plus 1 on block, so sidestep, duck, or even use a Power Crush to get out. Also, you now know that Kazuya's forward 4 is plus 4 on block, so you should not try to hit him afterwards, because if he does down forward 2, which has a 12 frame startup, you will be launched. You can also figure out that Lily's Matterhorn is minus 21 on block, so just be careful when throwing it out. Frame data dictates the flow of the match, and ultimately who will win in the end. Knowing your frames and knowing your opponent's frames gives you a much larger advantage in the match, meaning that you will win more often. And if you don't know if something's punishable or not, try punishing it with your 10 frame option, then your 11 frame option, and then your 12, and so on, until it no longer works. You'll learn more by trying and failing than if someone just gives you the answer. Shit, that was almost like philosophical. Mom, I did it! I'm smart now! Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, even if you learned something that you didn't know before, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching at this point, and I'll see you all in the next video. In like 8 months. Peace out.